Well, hello and welcome to Pepper's Echo eventually. I know it's been a long time, but it's wonderful seeing all you fantastic people out there. It's absolutely awesome to see you guys out there. First of all, um, absolute thoughts and prayers and strongs out there to Fiona. Um, all thinking and praying for you. They're very hard as well. Buzzy, thank you very much. Welcome, and thank you for always pulling the link out of me. Dylan, always good to see you, my friend. It's been a long time, I know, but great to see you. Thank you very much for not forgetting me. I was wondering how many people I would have left after all of this time being off there. And Fiona is back and on. Oh my goodness me. I hope you are feeling much better, Fiona. Cameron, it's been a long time. How are you keeping, my friend? It's really good to see you. Nick Miller, how's it going? And of course, my wife, so we've got to keep it clean. I think that's it. I think that's it at the moment. I think that's it. Yeah. Up to date news. I have no more news at the moment that I can actually divulge or share at the moment, but it is still on DEFCON 1, if I can put it that way. Or I don't know which is the highest one, 3, 1, or whatever. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's still very tense and hectic. So that's why I have had touch and go. Actually, the link came out so late this evening because that's about the time I got back home from school today. Believe it or not, yeah, today, Sunday, was a normal school day for us. And yeah, kids and all, lessons and all, everything, the whole time thing, extramural activities, you name it. Our bot, our 6-star Michelin chef, how are you keeping, my friend? It is always good to see you as well. But anyway, yes, so with red eyes blinking, yeah, you guys had Easter last weekend, something that I am struggling to figure on if it exists anymore, because in Asia there's just like crickets. What's Cameron say? I am absent-minded and running around like a mad thing. Oh my goodness me! My parents are struggling and age is hitting them badly. Oh geez, so I'm just trying to escape life. You and me both, Cameron. You and me both at the moment, which is yeah, hectic thing. Yes, our favorite chef. And then I need to just go up. I did see Fiona said, let me just check it up. Yeah. Dig. Up. Yeah, her new chapter of her book, Okavango Diary. Fiona, I hang my head in shame and embarrassment. I have not been reading or seeing much at all. Chapter 15 up. Give 2 guests a tour of behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. I think you were quite a wild one behind the scenes, Fiona. So yeah, no. The price of everything has increased and cash is tight. Yeah, I have caught some news. South African, as you all know, I actually am able to pick up South African TV over here with great difficulty, but yes, I do. And I'm just watching everybody on their campaigns at the moment. I don't know, when is the actual voting taking place? I haven't a clue. I feel like I've been actually thrown in a tumble dryer with a couple of rocks and just gone around. Somebody said in a year's time, I think it was it potatoes or butter or something like that, had gone up. Geez, give me a second. Had gone up by about 60% or something to that effect, and I'm running work away. So yeah, I'll answer everything now. I was busy with it, and then Ina said, "Well, you better start. People are falling asleep." And I thought, "Oh well, I better try and hang on to whoever's left behind." So let's see. Let me get into comfy mode, yeah, because seeing as there is no absolute phenomenally fantastic background and all that wonderful stuff, I really Yeah, maybe. Sometimes do miss old Cambodia quite a bit, and just having been settled in there, and all our evening shots and stuff to that effect. Cameron says elections are 28 May as far as I can remember. 29 says Dylan. 8th of May. No, I don't know. Potatoes are 120 Rand and up per bag. Eggs 140 for 60 large. Jeez. This is a goose with a golden egg. Fiona, yeah, no, I can imagine you used to get up to stuff there. Buzzy, so chuffed to know that Desiree's back with you again. I know it was a huge concern and worry on you as well. But yeah, Dylan, yeah, no, I look like I'm an alcoholic, but trust me, I haven't been drinking very much at all. When I say not very much, we actually had Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off. We went back to school now on Sunday again. How's that? We worked previous Sunday as well. So we worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then there was tomb sweeping, Qingming holiday. And that was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And now we worked Sunday again. And then we don't work for the next 2 Sundays. And I think the last Sunday of the month we work again. It has been very hard, Tim. Thank you. No. So yeah, I just remain extremely, extremely tense at the moment. Very, 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 very tense and very, very anxious. Yeah, a lot happening. It's only the good who die young, so I'm quite safe for another 5 to 10 years. Fiona, I'm worried about having immortality then, but yeah, because I really, some days, don't know why I'm around, have no clue why I'm around. But anyway, getting back to this voting and that, I'm taking a look at everyone doing their rounds. You know, they're handing out the turkeys and the T-shirts and talking all kinds of bananas. I mean, Lakota, not Lakota, what's the guy from Cope, is busy chatting about the fact, oh, no, we'll bring back the death sentence. And I'm thinking, geez, we can't even handle our electricity. How are we going to handle the death sentence? Manage it by what? Engine gone. Engine's gone. Good grief. But yeah, so I don't know how that's going to work out. And everyone's just making ultra promises at the moment. I'm surprised that load shedding hasn't been sort of like semi calmed down because of the fact that voting's coming up. But I don't suppose they can at the moment. But there was something that was actually very, very true in the DA's manifesto that they were launching. Oh, Cameron, 11 days without load shedding. It's time to go and visit South Africa now, huh? Yeah, anyone want to buy mangoes? I believe mango is up for sale because SAA, it's their cheapies, so they'll sell their cheapies first before they sell SAA. Oh, good grief. Every single country on the planet is holding elections this year. Yeah, I see there's elections going bananas. I don't know much about what's happening in other countries because I have little enough knowledge of what is happening in our country. I'm just trying to sort of keep up with it at the moment. But trying to stick with the nature of Pepper's Echo and actually being a little bit of positive and looking at our lives and checking what's happening, which I can actually learn a whole lot from at the moment because it is very, very challenging at the moment for me. Yeah, as I said, it's going to take, what's it, April, May, June, at least 3 months more before I can actually say anything about what is happening with me. But I I need to try and tell you the DA launched their or was busy with their manifesto in Paul, and it was something they said. They said we have a track record. This is what we've done. This is what we've done. This is what we've done. We've built roads. We've created X amount, 100,000 jobs. We've got municipalities ticking over on this. We've supplied this. We've supplied that. We've done this. We've done this. We've done this. So, number one, they actually have physical track record. So, that is what you're counting on. And at the same time, I thought to myself, well, you know what? What's my life's track record like? Have I had a lot of promises? Have I had a lot of intentions? You know what? I don't think for one moment that anybody goes through life not intending to be successful or not intending to achieve anything, or not intending to make something happen, or to get to something, or to be successful, or whatever you want to call it. But I do believe that our lives, and I'm specifically looking at mine, so I'm not judging yours at all, are sometimes left with empty intentions and not a solid track record. The reason for that is definitely different reasons. I mean, I do believe that the ANC has every intention of running a successful country. I do believe. But it is an empty intention. And the reason for that empty intention is greed, corruption, theft, cadreship, incompetence. You name it. I can go through a whole lot of lists and things to that effect. Mine. So let's do a little bit of a stock take of my life and see what's happened with my intentions. What's my track record? What have I got to actually put down as what have I made a difference in? What have I achieved in? And why haven't I achieved? And why am I in the position that I am, or et cetera, et cetera. You can actually look and go back to childhood and say, oh well, I was brought up this way. I mean, I always say I eat everything on my plate because that's how I was brought up. I have the choice to leave something behind. If you overdish for me, I overeat. As easy as that. But my intentions are often left empty by procrastination and not achieving. You know what? For far too long, I was still busy growing up. I was busy going to do this when I get bigger, when I get older. And when I wiped my eyes out, I was older. I was bigger. Nick, do you have to rub it in so hard? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I suddenly feel very intimidated by Nick. So, but yeah, you know what? Our intentions are sometimes emptied due to circumstance, situations that happen to us or occur with us. But what I'm saying is, what is our track record? We all have achievements. Sometimes we are busy looking at our failures without celebrating our achievements. This might not be so ambitious, but I'm not happy just to leave the world with two awesome young men, my two sons, and always try to make others laugh. That's great. I love that. You know what? I think if you can do that, I think that in its own is an achievement that you can count. And sometimes I'm busy packing so much stress on myself at the moment, and it was just that when the DA said we have this track record, and I thought to myself, I'm sure you have failures as well, but they're concentrating on their achievements. And Marie, I do believe when you say it's not very ambitious, um, I wouldn't say that, because two awesome people is a great achievement, first of all. And being able to make others smile these days, I would also tick off as a great achievement. We are so busy being miserable that we don't tick the box of, you know what, it didn't cost me anything to make somebody smile today. Those are achievements that we absolutely miss. There's one questionnaire that I was going through the one time not so long ago, and it says, what would you do at a party? Would you be the person who's the life of the party? Would you be the person sitting in the corner? Would you be the person making sure that everybody's happy and feeling comfortable? Uh, would you be the person who is complaining? And I actually thought, well, probably not the life of the party, but I would probably be the one who's running around worrying about if everybody's comfortable. Looks good from the outside. What's it? The road to hell is paved. Paved. That is why South Africa has potholes, because we're already, says Nick. Oh, crumbs. I've missed you guys. I don't think the NHS will last much longer as it is right now. Cameron, you've got a 10-year head start on me. And if you made someone smile, and the thing is, let's take a look at your successes. I mean, you say you're running your head off with your parents. You know what? The success of the fact that you're there to actually do that for them is wonderful on its own. But this is the one thing about this that I actually enjoy is I sit here and I've been very probably despondent, negative, dismal, you name it. And then I sit here, and when I chat to you guys, I absolutely count my blessings. I think there's about 8 of you blessings on this stream at this very time and moment. What disaster are we talking about, Nick? Fiona was talking about the NHS. Just woke up and read your message. Hendo! My favorite South African European. Thanks, Anna Marie. That's very, very kind of you always to say. But it's you guys that absolutely lift me up every time when I actually get to talk here, because I actually get to chat, and it's not me every day. It's like stock taking. When I spend this hour here with you guys, it's absolutely stock taking my life, and I'm sitting here going, you know what, it's really, really bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, and as I said, it's just track record. And I also felt, I mean, my first thing when I thought about track record was I don't have anything. And then I thought, well, maybe we need to start looking a little bit more logical. As I said, smile. Am I able to make people happy? This morning I woke up and I'm pretty nauseous in the mornings when I wake up. I mean, I used to eat a full breakfast. Ask my wife. I ate a full breakfast. I'd have 2 eggs, 2 slices of toast, coffee, whatever, etc. I can hardly put a slice of toast down my throat in the mornings. Not that I'm eating any less in the evenings, but yeah, in the morning I can really, really hardly put a slice of toast, not even half a slice of toast. My wife doesn't even really worry about it in the mornings anymore. I'm the one who's trying to make everybody happy, and I can't anymore. I'm crying, and I'm tired of being unemployed and a burden. The only thing that keeps me has been my granddaughter. some light at least you can keep there. I'm unfortunately, um, I'm not Dr. Phil. So it's very, very difficult for me I don't want to judge anyone or say anything to anyone, because I don't believe that you can feel like anyone. And that is why, when people say this and this and this, I hate it when someone says to me, I know how you feel, because you don't. You're not me. You don't have my personality. You don't have my feelings, and you don't know how I feel. I'm sorry. I always look and I say, I can only try and imagine how you feel. Aware Hendo, lekker in Afrikaans te groet. Hendo says, no is ek wakker. Airing out things is always good. Makes things smell rosy again. Yeah, it does. It's tired. I've been churning over negativity for so long now at the moment. About 4 months. I mean, you've seen my streams dwindle and things to that effect. But I have so much to be grateful for. Whether it'll go better or worse probably depends on what I see as I go forward. I know Debbie's at a Brian. I hope she's having an absolutely awesome time, because she's an awesome person as well. But her one book that she spoke about what you're focusing on. And I know it's easy to say, just look at the good stuff in life, because I know when I'm finished here, I'm going to look at my phone and pick up all the work that I'm busy missing at the moment and everything to that effect. But yeah, it's it's just the way I started thinking things, and I never wanted. I didn't know. I sat here and I thought, okay, I'm going to stream this week. I've already said I'll stream every second week. Now I've already put it off 2 weeks with Easter weekend. What am I going to actually chat about? And then I figured, you know what is Peppers Echo all about? And it was all about looking at life from a different perspective, because you've got all the politicians. You've got them all. I'm no politician. You've got all the angry people. You've got all the clever people. You've got all the intelligent people. You've got all the people in the know. So how about chatting to somebody who knows nothing, but has a very, very, how should I say, overactive sensory situation. I feel a lot more. You know what? When someone says he has a problem, I'm like, "Well, give me that problem," or I mean, I stress because I haven't planned something. Then I plan it to the T. Then I stress that I'm not going to be able to pull this off. Then I stress that I've planned it the wrong way. Then it's just ridiculous. And things are just happening at a mile a minute. But then I finish and I'm like, it wasn't that bad. And then it's like, well, when is it going to be bad? And I think I had a time in my life when I walked around waiting for the next worst thing to happen. And it was terrible, and I'm worried about it getting back that way. Never mind the dodgy toast. How's the pooches doing, Andre? You know what? I think those are the only good guys over here. They have this absolutely wonderful example of unconditional. Ina sent me a photo the other day, and I came home late, and they were both waiting behind the door because they know I get home about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they were both waiting at the door. And she's like, "Aren't you going to come? Your dogs are waiting for you." Otherwise, they are so chill and so cute. They are the light of my life, the absolute light of my life. And they're doing so well. I'll bring them up again. They sleep. The little buggers sleep. You know what? Sometimes I leave for work and they haven't woken up yet. Occasionally they'll wake up and we'll take them out of their bed just before I leave, and you can see this like stretch and oh, good morning, and then they'll like toddle off to go and get the rest of their morning nap done. uh, Dylan's good. Henda, at least you now settled in the posh China school gulag, Andre. Yeah, yeah, I hope so. As I say, I'll be able to give you more details in about 3 or 4 months' time. Andre, thank you for showing up. Well, if I can't shut up, I'll show up. Hey, one of the two. We got all the Domgate low IQ KFC red Teletubbies. Yeah, I was actually chatting to a chap from Canada today, and I said to him, how many parties do we? We have about 300 parties. Or about 99 problems, and my pay is none. Yeah. Life is not going to be without problems. But do we have to be challenged that much? And are we missing what we're grateful for? Anna Marie, that's a very wise question. How far is God from your household? I read my reading every single morning. I actually have a little diary that I type in most days. And I have a toilet at school that's called my war room, because that I decided was my war room. That actually works me through the day there as well. And I still believe a mustard seed is very, very large compared to sometimes the faith a person has because of the stress that you carry, and you should have more. Cameron, you're working harder than a dog, Andre. Well, definitely harder than my pooches. Yeah, Buzz, I'm also, you know what, I pray for everybody every day as well. VIP Pooch Lifestyle Lekker. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, only thing they short of is changing their own TV channels. What's Enda say? Canada going to the dogs. Inflation is running wild, extremely expensive to live there. Well, Europe's expensive to live. The States is expensive to live. Canada's expensive to live. Australia's expensive to live. New Zealand's expensive to live. That's why I'm, and exactly what I was saying to the chap today that I was chatting to. I said to him, that's why in Cambodia you find so many Europeans, Americans, and Australians that are on pension that are living in Cambodia, because it's cheaper for them to live there. The only difference is they get a pretty decent pension that they can live in Cambodia with, but they can't afford to live in their own country with it. Fiona, healthy dogs are supposed to sleep for well over 12 hours a day, especially if they get exercise twice a day. Well, they do go for walks, but their little legs, when we take them around the compound, they are good and tired after that. But for the amount of sleeping these dogs do, they're blooming super healthy. And watch the movie The War Room, then you put them together. Arbot says, I want a simple lifestyle again, like I had 5 years ago. So do I, Arbot. But you know what? I don't think life will ever go back. One of my friends actually once said that to me, and it was so true. John, we all used to stay in a commune in Bloemfontein, and this was in my 20s, so I'm talking good years back. And we all worked at one restaurant. John was one of the managers there. Myself, Dave, Lucina, we were all waiters there, and we all lived in a commune together. Carlin, Dave, John, Lucina, Charles, myself. But and it was one of these old houses, still had fireplaces in the rooms. We had awesome times. I mean, everyone always used to come over to our house. You knew if it was holidays, everyone just pulled in, everything to that effect. And well, obviously, good Good times don't last forever. We eventually all moved on. I went to the military. John moved on to another job as we went around. And it happened so just after the army, we ended up back at the restaurant and we were chatting. And I said, wouldn't it be cool if we could all just move back together again? And he said, you know what, Andre? He said, we could take everything and put it back the way it was, and it'll never be the same again. It just won't. We've got to move forward. I would love to have the simple life I had previously as well. But I've got to take a look at what I got from it, what I've learned from it, and where we've gone with it. We were talking today, as I said, this chap, the Canadian chap, and myself, and we were talking about, you know what, how we would have made different decisions, how we would have studied in different directions, how we would have made different career decisions had we known what we know now. But the only thing is, we can only deal with what we've got now. What's Endo say? Getting worse, Fiona, thanks to WEF, nipple height, fishy, Rishi, Sunak. What? Hendo? What did you say there? Thanks to WEF, nipple height, fishy, Rishi, Sunak. Good grief. Cameron, I have a friend in Iceland. She gets 22,000 Rand a month because she is unemployed. Wow. The government is also helping her look for work while they pay her very well. In SA, you are lucky to get 2,200. Yeah. Take care, Buzz. Want to go back to the future, 1980s. Yeah. Marty McFly days. But what was my track record? I had a life in the 1980s. What did I do with it? I had a life in the 1990s. Yes, I also heard that, Fiona. Being a chef is one of the most stressful professions on earth. I think it is, because you just I don't think you're ever off anywhere these days. But yeah, I just, as I said, got into this thing of track record, and then I thought, I don't have a track record, and then I thought, I'm just not looking at my record. It depends if I'm looking at my credits or my debits. And it's like looking at a bank account. Now, I know these days looking at a bank account isn't very pleasing to any of us. However, you get this like little filter on your online banking app these days, and you can actually filter it so that it only shows you your deposits, or you can filter it so that it only shows you your debits. So you can either see your credits or you can just see your debits. And I think sometimes we put the filter button on our lives that we only see the debits in our lives and we don't see the credits. Arbot says, I hope you're still enjoying cooking, says Dylan. Arbot says, I get asked by restaurants to work there. I do consultations only every now and again. Yeah, I think you have an extremely stressful job. Don't work in hospitality, especially in restaurants or hotels. Mental cock pie. Yeah, I started off in hospitality, and those are the best years of my life. If you remember the 80s, you were not there. Thanks, Nick. I still do. The 80s were probably most wonderful years of my life. The 70s, I was very, very young. I was primary in 70s. But I was looking through series on the channel, and I was looking at things like Columbo and the Rockford Files and things like that, and they all had 1970 something, 1970 marked on them, and I thought, wow, you know what? We used to love those things. We absolutely used to love those things. And the 80s were just a huge turning point, an absolute change in the world. I think the 80s changed the world. I think the world took a a massive change in the 80s. But we'll never have that back again, because after that technology just advanced, you'll never have the pace that you had in the 80s, because cell phones pulled in there. The email pulled in. Now email is obsolete due to the fact that we now have instant messaging, which can throw a bigger file at you quicker and faster and make sure that you've read it than what an email can. Um, Scanning, you name it, everything is, oh, man from uncle. Oh, Hendo, now we're talking. Dylan, I wasn't even a twinkle in my dad's eye. Yeah, no, you were still in dad's bag. But yeah, the 80s was a great change, but as I said, we would never have it back again. We've got to take a look at what our credits were as well. We've had many debits in life, and I think the older you get and the faster life gets. I mean, I used to work in IT retail. I used to be at the top of technology. I knew exactly what was cutting. And you know what? I used to look at older people and think, oh, geez, you don't know what's happening in technology these days. And these days, I'm looking at kids doing things. You know what? We'll just pick up Canva and do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And I'm like, fuck, you can work Canva? And I'm like, no, geez, how's that? I used to be able to program a web page. Don't ask me to do it now. Henda, Dallas stuck in my memory of the 1980s. Never mind Nomaras, I believe. Dude, you know what? I get a lot, and I watch a lot these days. Well, I don't watch a lot, but I put it on the background net because it's got the nicest programs or documentaries and things and chat programs on is CakeNet, believe it or not. Yeah, CakeNet. And the other day it had Orkney Snorkney on. And wow, it was like amazing to see that. And then there's this other USA channel that I have, and it put the Golden Girls on. And yeah, I just loved Rose's little remarks. It was just, she was just like innocently always happy. And I wonder why. Why can't I just be innocently happy? Why am I so worried about everybody around me being happy to my disadvantage? So that's why I say sometimes we need to actually take a look at our track record, unfilter the debits so that we can see the credits as well, and actually take a look and just put into our minds. And you sometimes see the debits are the times when you were not looking after yourself. I know everybody's surviving. You watch AfriForum. My time zone is a little bit different, yeah, Hendo. I didn't see AfriForum. No, is there a TV program called AfriForum, or is it on TV or whatever? Yeah. What's Cameron saying? She was happy too much, Mary Jane. Yes, but she spent more time on ice skates. Who are we talking about? Did you have roller skates? No, I had a skateboard. I never learned to roller skate, and I cannot ice skate to save my life. Probably one of my debits in my track record. But my credits, I loved skateboard. And I had a beautiful board at one stage. When I was at school, I had a Pal Peralta board. Oh, geez, that was a wide, beautiful board. But yeah, you know what? There's things. Yes, I have probably placed people above me more than what I should have. Is that a bad thing, though? You've got to ask yourself. I loved ice skating and now rollerblading. Cameron, I'd break something just putting rollerblades on, never mind getting onto them eventually. But yeah, as I say, your track record, unfilter it and just take a look. Your credits are there. You made people smile. You solved people's problems. You were there for people. afriforumtv.co.za. I shall take a look, Hendo. Do you watch it? I've got DSTV over here, so I but I usually watch, as I say, it's Cake Net, some BBC Lifestyle. Um, I watch the Come Dine With Me. Come Dine With Me. Jeez. Then I watch the British one, and then you watch the South Africa one. South Africans can get really nasty with each other, bro. Really, really nasty. And if you ever enjoyed Kitchen Nightmares with our Gordon Ramsay, what's the guy's name? Bertus, I think his name is. Wifey will sort me out, Nana. Um, is the South African version of Kitchen Nightmares called Indie Sop. And he now goes and sorts out restaurants, probably with a nice and not as harsh as what old Ramsey does it. I don't know what his success rate is, but I watch it now and again. And that's also pretty fascinating as well to see. A very nice movie that's new and that's out that I actually watched the other day. Ordinary Angels, very, very nice. So if you haven't seen something, you actually want to see a nice movie, Ordinary Angels is a pretty decent movie to actually cast along your viewing watching list. Was watching Dricus du Plessis on AfriForum and New Vetkoek Palace. Is the new Vetkoek Palace on there? I used to enjoy Vetkoek Palace. I believe there was a new one, but I have no ways of seeing it. And when I get to actually watch anything, yeah, it's like 12 o'clock midday in South Africa type of thing. So, you know, if I can't get, if I want to see the 7 o'clock stuff, 7 o'clock stuff on TV, yeah, I've got to watch it at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Cameron says Gordon Ramsay can't even make a simple toasted cheese sandwich. I think he can. I think he must be pretty good. You know, I was chatting about it the other day as well, and I think it's just his persona. He's got extreme drive on him, and he's pretty successful. I mean, you don't just become that successful without having great ambition. And I think, yeah. Yes, all on AfriForum TV for free. Lekker. I must check that out. afriforumtv.co.za. I shall definitely catch a squiz on that one. Thanks, Endo. So there, Hendo's given us another channel to try and stretch across and watch. Cameron can't. No, he can't. Maybe it's too basic for him. I don't know. I look at these people. Look, Donald Trump, the guy's as rich as can be. He must do something right to build an empire that he has. I have no, how should I say, I have no intention or want to meet his arrogant arse at all. But I just feel that he must have something that makes it work or makes it tick. However, I've always wondered what it would be like to have a job, to be in the position where you make decisions. That's your job. And not to be the person to carry out the decisions that the person who's getting paid higher than you is paid to make the decisions, and you do the work. Ramsey's got a high maintenance wife. You see, you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't have your cake and eat it. Yeah. Sorry. But yes, his brother is a drug addict. You see, 2 different people, 2 different drives. I don't know. Fiona says, I love Nommer asseblief. Krikkie in the phone and Boet Farsi, hoe sê? Love those things. No. Slippery pickle. When did Endo come out with slippery pickle? Nick, I don't have food plated, dished up with tweezers. I can't afford food that is plated and dished up with tweezers. If it isn't slopped onto my plate with a big spoon or got a patty shoved in between two pieces of bread, it's not affordable to me. But then again, I don't know how comfortable I'd be in a place like that. It's just not me. That's why I say sometimes the simplicity of Cambodia is just different. Oh, slippery pickle. Hello. I see. I was wondering what Hendo was slippery pickling there. How's it going? Hello. But yeah, so I don't know how comfortable I'd be. Would I have been comfortable with a different life? I mean, I don't know. Am I ungrateful for mine? Shouldn't be. Um, what is my track record? Unfilter the debits so that you can see your credits. And often your credits may be a little bit smaller. Still see your YouTube vids about the gods must be crazy. Marius Veyers was on Golden Girls cameo. Yes, Marius Veyers. When last did I see a movie with that? I actually watched Darkman 2 the other day with Arnold Vosloo in. Now, if you go back to the 80s, remember Arnold Vosloo made his name in a movie called Boetie Gaan Border 2. That was a big hit. Did anyone see Boetie Gaan Border 2? No. No one's seen Boetie Gaan Border 2. Okay. That leaves me in the minute few who actually enjoyed that. And I'm running out of pod over here. Yes, Boetie Gaan Border 2 is on YouTube. Okay. I don't actually get to do much YouTube. Internet is sometimes challenging, yeah. You'll see probably if you actually looked at where I'm streaming from at the moment, you'll probably think that I am in Miami or London at times. Sometimes I'm in, not Netherlands, it's the other place, somewhere in Germany or whatever. But yeah. Yes, there were two. There were two. And then there was that other woman, Yanni, was it Yanni van der Berg? My friend worked Blood Diamond with Arnold Vosloo, said he was an outstanding guy. Oh, very nice. That's good to know. It's good to know that people are good around. Boetie Gaan Border 2 giveaway. My age, so no, I have not. Go, Anna Marie. Yeah. I'd love to see that. Have you got a link to Boetie? I think you should. Oh, there we go. Hendo's just chucked the old link up there. Hendo's our link man today. How are you keeping on that side, Hendo? You've been rather quiet, but then again, so have I. So I can't really say how anyone's been keeping in that type of thing. As I say, I've been pretty stressed out, but yeah, when I get to see you guys, and I suddenly take stock of life, and everything suddenly seems so much better. When you start looking at the little things, the time we smiled, the time we chat, the time we looked at the old advertisements and the old movies and the old TV things, what we looked at. I watched, oh my goodness, watch it. I actually didn't finish it. I fell asleep through it. The League, no. The Magical Negro Gentlemen's Club or something like that. The Magician's Negro Gentlemen's Club. It's a new movie. You know the absolute nonsense they come up with these days for a movie. But anyway, I was curious. So I was lying on the couch watching this, and well, I fell asleep. So I don't know what the ending was like, and I really probably don't have the gusto to actually go back and waste my time watching it. But it's about a black guy, and he gets invited to this like elite club of magicians, but black magicians. Um, but I mean, real magic. It's not like David Copperfield magic. They can make disappear and appear over here, and etc., etc. And their job is to make life better for black people on earth by keeping white people happy. Because if white people are happy and they don't get aggro, then they don't make life difficult for black people. What a pot of nonsense. I've never seen anything like this. But anyway, he actually just joined the club, and he was like, "Oh, you know what? Your assignment is this person, and you can't get angry, and this and this." And then I fell asleep. So yeah, I uh, I have gone back to watching an old series called, I don't know if anyone's seen Eureka or Eureka. Is David Blaine there asking for a friend? I don't think David Blaine would absolutely associate himself with that rubbish. Really, as I said, I was watching this, and I thought, you know what? Maybe it's something like what's that Harry Potter spin-off one, Magical Beasts or something like that, or etc., or some kind of, you know what, magicians, now you see me, now you don't type of thing. But that was just like, you know what, that just blew me out of the water. It's like, yeah, who came up with this story? I mean, really, I mean, there's I don't know what happened in the end, but yeah, it is such, and it is what it is. But anyone seen Eureka about them staying in the sheriff, the normal sheriff dude, in this like super futuristic sort of like, or this town where everyone's scientists and that, and they're always looking, and something bizarre is always going wrong. It's pretty much a entertaining. It was in the, I think it was about 2015, somewhere around about there. But yeah, I'm getting quite a couple of messages coming through from work and that. So I really, really, really am getting anxious to take it. So I hope you guys don't mind if I call it 6 minutes earlier tonight. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to do it only every second week. I want to say thank you to every single one of you. Fiona, I am so pleased to see you. Prayers and thoughts are with you. Buzzy, I know is not on, but my prayers and thoughts are there as well. I nearly said slippery nipple. Slippery pickle. Hendo and his nipple thing. Dylan, Cameron, Anna Marie, Arbot, Nick. Am I leaving anyone out along the line? Debbie, in her absence. All of you wonderful. Hendo, of course. How can I forget you with your caps, bro? All you wonderful people. I just want to say one thing, and that's like, thank you very, very much for always being there, for being the ordinary angels that you are. So if you have a track record that you're looking for, and you don't have anything, you can tick actually picking Pepper up as one of your success stories, because you do it every time. And it's absolutely, absolutely awesome. It's a privilege to sit and chat with you guys and let you know what's happening. Back in 2 weeks' time. Got it lubed, the nipple shot, slippery. Take care of yourselves. Be good. Don't do what I do. Or should I say, if I won't do it, don't do it. But yeah, be good. Take care. And if you can't be good, remember, be kind.